reselling is not the end. It is just the beginning. To illustrate this point, let me tell you a story. Just a few years ago, I was breaking my back working 9 to 5 as a stonemason. The hours were long and the work was so physically demanding. I still remember back then that after work I would go to the gym and I would just sit in the locker room looking at the ground for around 30 minutes. And I couldn't get up. I was just sitting there tired, exhausted, and questioning what the hell I was doing with my life. And in these moments, I realized that I could not stay a stonemason forever. I knew something had to change. So I tried out different side hustles, different avenues that might give me more income. Until one day I went to Savers. If you don't know what Savers is a second-hand store, a large chain in Australia. And I went there with a friend, and she saw this Pioneer DJ deck, this mixing deck. And she said, hey, look at that. That's a really good price. It was being sold for like 20 bucks. And I said, okay, cool. Looked at the price and I saw it was being resold for $150. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna buy this thing right now. I bought it, went back home, and I listed it on eBay. Just for an auction for like 1 week. 1 week later, it sold for around $120, netting me $100 minus the fees. And this experience was like a mind shift change. Something clicked in my mind. And I thought, fucking hell, this just took me 1 hour max to go to the store and to actually list and sell the item. And if I can make $100 in 1 hour, doing way less work than I did back as a stonemason, I am on to something. Now fast forward a couple years and I don't work as a stonemason anymore. No, I make my money through reselling. And here's the beauty of it. I work when I want. I sell what I like to sell, and I can go on holiday without asking anybody for permission. There's no boss telling me when I have to arrive to work. I just work when I decide to work. However, I have to admit something. Something that is not that beautiful. Just like working a 9 to 5, reselling also comes with its own problems. You see, in a 9 to 5 job, you are trading your time for money. However, when you're reselling, the only difference is the hours that you work and the money that you get paid for your work. You usually have to work less and get paid more, but the integral issue stays the same. You are still working, you're still trading your time for money. And this exactly is the reason why reselling is not the end. It is merely a part of the progression, a stepping stone to something bigger in the future. In the future, I'm not planning to rely on reselling for my income anymore. Reselling at that point will still be my heart and probably still be a nice, fun hobby, because the idea of buying something, adding value to it, and then redistributing it to the marketplace is something that I really cherish. But you see, the goal in the future is to divorce time from money entirely, so that I don't have to spend the time working to gain any currency, but instead have systems in place that generate income, regardless of if I work or not. Because think about it, right? Let's say you are in your 20s right now, you got the vigor, the energy to do anything. But now fast forward a couple years, let's say you're 60, 70, 80, you are old and frail at that point. Do you think reselling will still work that well? Because in reselling, you still have to go to places to buy the items. And I like to buy bulky items like fridges and washing machines and coffee machines, right? But when I'm old and frail and not that strong anymore, I would be breaking my back just trying to lift these items. So would I still be doing it when I'm old and I'm frail? No. While reselling is great, the goal is not to stay stuck. The goal is transformation. The 9 to 5 job is the egg. Reselling, however, is the next step It is the caterpillar. However, the caterpillar is not the final form. The final form is divorcing your time and your money. That is the butterfly, spreading its wings and doing something that hasn't been done before. And I believe that everybody should strive to become the butterfly, turning their life into something that's beautiful, that doesn't restrict them to work, doesn't make them dependent on a recurring income. Because I believe that if you don't have the constraints of currency, you will end up doing a lot of beautiful art in your life. Just think about what you like to do, what you would like to create, what would need to happen for that. Because if you have this 9 to 5 job all the time and you have to keep working to simply survive, you don't have the mental capacity and time to truly create beauty in the world. But I think everybody has so much to offer, so much to give, so much to create. It is innate in everybody, and everybody should be able to release their unique gift into the world. Let's recap this simple lesson. Reselling is a stepping stone, not the end goal. And you are in a constant state of transformation. And the goal is to make your life, your existence, the most beautiful and wonderful experience that could possibly be. And I really hope from the bottom of my heart that you do so. What do you think? I would love to hear your experience in the comments below. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to read my weekly newsletter, the link will be in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.